Same seats, same mates. Every other week, scarf up, heads high. Hear the cockerel speak. White and blue in my blood, in my name. Born and bred for the lane, for the lane. We are Tottenham, super Tottenham from the lane. Sing it louder, feel it running through your veins. THFC till we die, that's the way. We are Tottenham, super Tottenham from the lane. Oh hey, hey, old boys, young kids, all in one song. Heartbreak, hailstorms, still we march on. Under lights, under rain, it's the same. All in, all out, for the badge, for the name. We are Tottenham, super Tottenham from the lane. Sing it louder, feel it running through your veins. THFC till we die, that's the way. We are Tottenham, super Tottenham from the lane.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome along to what is the beginning of the weekend, and the build-up starts this evening. It's me, Big James, taking you out, taking you along the pre-match build-up and a little bit of transfer news, and just let you know, everybody, that Dermo is currently laid up. He is not feeling very well. He's been out of the hospital. Dermo, I know you are watching, and from myself, and I know probably Billy, who is currently just joined me, and he's backstage. Wishing you a speedy recovery, my friend, and we hope you are well. So let's bring him in. Bring in my gracious co-host for this evening. It is the man himself, Mr. Billy T. How are you, my friend? Are you well? Are you excited?
I'm very good, my friend. I am excited, definitely. Yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. So I'm just going to change. Yeah, very excited for tomorrow, and looking forward to it. How about you, mate?
Yeah, after the sort of the disappointment of the opening game against Brentford, and then the absolute dismantling of Charlton in the Carabao Cup, it sort of fills me, gets that optimism back up again. I said to Dermo in the watch along that we did, and the pre-game that we did before Charlton, I fully expect sort of it's going to take time for these players to gel and get learning to play together, and understanding each other. But I think it just kind of showed us at Charlton what to expect and what we are capable of when we start firing. So I know there's going to be results like that, and I'm going to take them. I might not be happy about them, but I am going to take them. But I think it will be a more positive season rather than a negative season in the whole.
Totally agree. And I think we'll get a couple of debuts tomorrow, won't we? Proper debuts.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we'll get some Premier League debuts in. Certainly with some of our new signings that have come through the door. And I think we'll have some returning players potentially on the bench, and definitely some returning players in the starting lineup. So we'll Dermo has managed to put me together some lovely slides and some PDFs and some information for everybody. So I will just pull that up. There we go. So obviously the match day info. It is at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and it is Saturday the 29th of August. Kickoff time is 7:30. and you can watch it on Sky Sports on main event. That is the place where you can stream it and watch it if you want to watch it. If you haven't got access to Sky Sports and you want to join us on our watch along and listen to our great commentary from Dermo, please join us. We'll welcome a few people in as well, Billy, as I know we are getting some viewers jumping in now. Dermo just say good evening, James and Billy. And he says he will be back tomorrow. Thank you guys for doing tonight's show. Marco says big up James and Billy and best wishes to you, Dermo. Yeah, absolutely. And JSY Talks has joined us and they're saying big up, smash the likes. Thank you very much for joining us. Yeah, please do smash the likes, hit the subscribe button. And Giant68, another long-time viewer, it says, big up James and Billy. It says, get well soon, Dermio. Yeah, as we always say, Dermo, please get well, take care of yourself, and come back when you are. Bird and Banjo says, Coys. So, yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, guys. Very much appreciated. So yeah, what can we expect tomorrow? So Omar Mamouche is available to play. Will he get his debut? Will he start? Will he start from the bench? Will De Zerbi go with Solanke up top? Will he play Mamouche out wide and start Solanke up top? I mean, what's your take on it, Billy? Do you think he'll start with Omar Mamouche up top, or do you think he might deploy him out on the wing?
My gut feeling is the wing, and I think it'll go Solanke, Savio, and Marmouche. I think they'll just go straight into it, to be honest. I think because it's such a big game for us and one that we need to win. I think he'll just go straight in, boom, put them in. And he did kind of hint at that today, didn't he, in his press conference? He said they're both ready to start. So I think he'll go Savio.
He did. Yeah, he did. I think given the cameo that we saw from Savio
unbelievable
on against Charlton on Wednesday, and it kind of sort of showed us what to expect from him and the reason why sort of Tottenham have courted him for so long. That ability to pick up the ball and actually run and turn a defender. Get a defender backpedaling, that ability to cut in, and I just think it's something that we've missed certainly since we lost Sonny and with Decky's long-term injury with his knee, and then Kudus. It's something that we have missed. Speaking of which, Mohamed Kudus could make the bench. He has been back in training. What do you think about that, Billy? Are you glad to see he's starting the road to recovery and maybe making match day squads again?
Yeah, it's absolutely massive, isn't it? Absolutely gigantic, and such a big lift for the club and everyone. And I saw that De Zerbi's just done an interview just now, hasn't he? And looks like he'll be on. So yeah, what a massive boost that is.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does say at the bottom, James Maddison is to be assessed, but I think it's going to be a bit early. Fractured shoulder. I think he may make the bench as numbers, but I don't think he'll get on the pitch. Because if it's depending on where it is in his shoulder, if he gets nudged or not, it could really set it back even longer. What we don't want to happen is a fracture turn into a solid break, which is going to rule him out long term. Again, and certainly after Madison's injury sort of spell that he's had as well. Yeah, Jess says Tottenham have officially entered the race, sign Everton forward Illiman and Dye. What do you think of that one? Do you think it'd be a good signing?
Yeah, I do. I think.
Would you prefer the man from the other side of Merseyside?
Yeah, to be honest, I think if we got any of those two, it just adds to an absolutely incredible window, doesn't it? And I think, you know, I was so happy with Marmoush when we got him. I really am happy with that sign. And then De Zerbi says we still want one more. You just can't believe this window, really, can you? It just keeps going on and on and on. And then if we got one of those two, it'd just be like a cherry on top, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, me and Dermo have differing opinions with regards to Cody Gakpo, and I don't think that's going to happen. I think even though I know Liverpool are advancing on the Barcola transfer, um, I just can't see there being enough time to get the deal. I know deadline day is coming up on Tuesday, which is going to be absolutely massive for the channel again, and we are going to be bringing you content throughout the day on that, guys. But I just can't see us getting Gakpo. Liverpool stance: Iriola likes Gakpo. I don't think Liverpool really want to sell him, and I think it would take an absolutely astronomical bid for us to pry him away from Liverpool.
Agree.
But yeah, I quite like Ndai. I think it would be a shrewd bit of business. My only concern with signing him would be he's another foreigner, and the foreign to English contingent, the squad's already going to be smaller because of it. The amount of homegrown players, it does concern me if we signed him.
And
And the
interestingly,
same with Gakpo.
Ndai counts as homegrown, I believe.
Does he?
Yeah. Yeah, which is
Is
crazy.
he a
isn't it?
homegrown nation?
Yeah,
then?
he must have been in England for so long that he's homegrown, but he would count as homegrown in the Premier League, which would be a big bonus for signing him, I think.
Yeah, then that would sort of lean me more towards then definitely signing him over Cody Gakpo. If he would classify as part of a homegrown contingent, absolutely, then I would definitely.
Oh yes, I'm just checking out because he came through at Sheffield United when he was in 2019.
Oh yes, so he's been in England.
Yeah, 26. Yeah, so he's been in England for ages.
26. Yeah. So he would be then. Yeah. So definitely, then it would be very beneficial for us to maybe look at bringing him in. It would help with the squad registration rules as well. Yeah, Boris. Yeah, absolutely. Boris says my eyes almost deceived me today. Kulu's back in general training today with the squad and actually doing intense training. Yeah, it's good to see. I mean, I think. I think that's going to be a big boost as well. Seeing Decky around the training ground, the players getting to see him back. I know Odebear is about to become homegrown as well, Marco, but I can't see Odebear being back until Christmas at the earliest, recovering from his ACL. And Mohammed says he personally didn't expect such a big transfer window. I know it's the I mean, Spurs finally acting like a big club. I think, Billy. I don't know if you agree with that.
I think anyone even in their wildest dreams could never have predicted this, could they? You might have thought that we might sign a couple of players that were big, but no one would have ever predicted this. I'm sorry, there's just no way. We've never had this kind of transfer window before. It's just been unbelievable, you know, to buy Marmoush, Savio, Tonali, Fernandez, and Van Hecke all in the same window. It's just absolutely great.
I mean, Dermo did send me a sort of like a couple of screenshots of when we were chatting. That was did he put it in? Did he put it in the group chat? Got that many chats going off. It was basically a comparison of like our transfer windows. let's see if I can find it. Dermo, which chat did you send me in? It wasn't in that one. Is it that one? It's got to have been that one. No. And I can't remember. Was it in the old boy? No. I can't remember. I can't find it at the minute. Or is it that one? Oh, there it is. It was in the group. It was in our group channel, the new one. And it says the summer transfer of 2022, where we signed Ivan Perisic, Fraser Foster, Yves Bissouma, Richarlison, Clement Longley, and Jed Spence. And then 4 years later, the summer transfer business of Sandro Tonali, Savio, Fernandez, Van Hecke, Omar Mamouche, Dubravka, Andy Robertson, and Sensi. I mean,
And at the time, we thought that one was a good window, didn't we?
we did, yeah. I mean, that was a really good window for us, and probably one of the best windows we'd had. But yeah, I mean, this window has just been crazy and absolutely phenomenal for me. And if we get one more on top of this, like say, one little cherry on top, I mean, my mind's gonna like go into complete meltdown. Yeah, I mean, imagine Marco. Imagine if Osman came in the last man. Gabby would have to be taken away by the men in the white coats. I mean, yeah, I mean, Galatasaray have quoted 135 to 150 million euros. I mean, that would be absolutely mental to sign Osimhen. I mean, could you imagine that, Billy? I mean, Mamouche on the left, Osimhen up top, and Savio on the right.
Well, if
That would
you're
be
ever
like,
serious about wanting to challenge for the league, then that's what you need, isn't it? Really, like, that's how you compete with
yeah,
Arsenal. That would turn us into title
yeah,
challenges. I think. I don't think it's going to
yeah,
happen, but I think it's going to be Gakpo or Ndai. But
yeah.
if you are very serious about trying to actually genuinely win the league this season, then you go and get Osimhen, don't you? But that's just ridiculous amount of money, isn't it? Even for us. Like,
Well, I mean, you think of the players that could still leave. 35 million potentially on Star going. Potentially
Richarlison.
you then think 20 million maybe for Richarlison. You've got 55 million there. But then doesn't break the PSR rules with
Yeah.
55 million coming in. It's not out of the realms of possibilities. Um, I just think I think we'd be in cloud cuckoo land if we did, but
I don't
yeah,
think that's just going to happen. Sadly, as much as we'd love it to, it'd be great.
yeah. Paul says Paul must have been a bit late in. He says, "Who would you prefer, Ndiaye or Gakpo, Billy?"
I mean, I would take both at this point. I'd love it, but I know that De Zerbi's number one choice is definitely Gakpo. That's for sure. So I guess you got to give the manager his number one choice. But if it was up to me, I would take Ndai, to be honest, for the reason that we spoke about earlier. But
Yeah, the registration
and especially because
rules.
he's homegrown as well. And the good
Yeah,
thing about Ndai is he can play number 10, he can play right wing or left wing. So all three positions that we need, he can play them all. So that to me would be good. Yeah, I mean, if we signed either one of those at this point, it would just be an absolutely insane end to the window, and that would be another 50, 60, 70 million on top of, 4 or 5, 50, 60, 70 million players. It's just madness at this point, isn't it? Madness.
it really is. It really is. So moving on to the sort of who is out. So Xavi Simmons obviously still with his ACL. Wilson Odegaard with his ACL. Kulusevski is still out with his knee, but he is back in training. Pat Matasar, Dermo's put a question mark, but I do know that's a hamstring issue. That he's got. He's tweaked his hamstring. Andy said he would prefer Kane before Osimhen. So I would prefer Osimhen before Kane. I think we've got to move on from our Kane. Look, Harry Kane is a legend. I would love him back at the club, but I think we need to move on. And
Yeah.
Osterman gives
He doesn't
you
want to
a
come
bit
back as well, does he? He
more
said
room.
it last week. Doesn't want to come back to England anymore.
Yeah. Paul Sarr is potentially going to Galatasaray or Nottingham Forest, I would say. One of those two. Galatasaray are interested, but Sarr is leaning towards staying in the Premier League. So at the moment, I'm probably leaning more towards him going to Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, I think so.
In answer to that, Paul. I know they are interested. I know they have made contact with his camp. They've discussed personal terms, and it's just a case of them matching the fee that Spurs want. So yeah, they are our current injuries at the moment. So team form going into this, obviously only one game. We know we lost to Brentford 3-0. So enough said on that one. Newcastle, their first game of the season was at home. 2-2 draw with Liverpool, which I think was respectable for them, given the players that Newcastle have lost.
Definitely.
Um,
Good
I think
performance as
that
well.
was,
They're unlucky not to win it, really.
yeah. But they did look a little bit laboured against West Brom. I watched the highlights of that game, Billy. I know it was a changed team, but I just think they looked a little bit laboured against West Brom. They looked vulnerable. And even against Liverpool, they looked vulnerable. And Liverpool are very much like us, going through a transitional sort of period with the players going out and coming in. No, I didn't see that, Marco. I'll have a look for that one. He says, "Did you see Gabby throwing his toys again today and heading to Paris to see Jay-Z because he won't spend money at
I did
Spurs?"
see that. That was brilliant.
I haven't seen that one, but I will probably pick it up.
He's
at
going
some
all the way
point.
to Paris to watch Jay-Z because he won't, as you know, as Marco says, he won't spend the money to go White Hart Lane.
Yeah. So the head-to-head between us, we've played each other 62 times. Spurs have won 25 times, with Newcastle winning 28 times. 9 draws between us. We've won 16 times at home, Newcastle 15 times at home. We've won 8 away and 13 away for Newcastle. And I think they've sort of overswayed it recently because of our last 5 meetings, really.
I think we've lost 7 and 10 against them. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah,
Horrendous. They're a real bogey team for us.
Yeah, it really is. I will pull it up because there it is.
God, look at that.
So our last sort of 5, really, we're unbeaten. We haven't beat them in 5 since
Ange, was it when we went there with Ange and beat them 4-1 or something? I think. But
yeah,
wow, wasn't it?
it has. And then when we played them the last. When we played them the last game of the season, where they absolutely tanked us. When we played them in September at St
6-1.
James, and we lost there. Oh, my cat just
Say, got a
walked
nice
by.
appearance from your cat there.
Yeah. She just decided to call in and say hello. And then 2-1 at the Tottenham Stadium in January. That was Thomas Frank. And again in December with Thomas Frank, the 2-2 draw. And then I believe it was no, it can't have been Thomas Frank in 2025. That's got to have been no, yeah, it's got to have been. And then was it Tudor?
It was Romero, wasn't it? Romero scored twice.
Yeah. And
scored
no, it weren't.
He scored that overhead kick, and then he scored a late one as well.
Yeah. So it's yeah. I think it's going to be a different game this time round. I think from those last 5 results, 2 very different teams now.
Yeah. They've lost
They don't
Gordon,
have
Tonali, and Bruno this summer, haven't they?
yeah, I mean 3 very big players for them. So yeah, I think we'll see a different game, and I'm hoping the crowd will really get behind them at White Hart Lane, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It'll always be White Hart Lane to me. So I think the crowd will really get behind them, given the fact that we played so well against Charlton, and given the potential debuts that are going to be out on the pitch. So who's in charge of the game, Billy? So I'll let you go through this one.
So we've got Peter Banks as referee, who I have to say I don't really know much about. Doesn't ring a bell to me that much. I know that I've seen his picture. I don't know if that's good or bad, ref. You have to let me know about that. Richard West, assistant referee 1. Nicholas Hopton, Thomas Bramwell, Darren England. I recognise that name though for some reason. I don't know why. Do you know much about any info on them referees? I don't really know them. I have to say, not really names that stand out to me.
So with Peter Banks, he has refereed us a couple of times. I wouldn't say he's a card happy referee. And yeah, no Anthony Taylor, Mohammed. Yeah, we seem to always get Anthony Taylor. He's not a card happy
refereed a
referee.
North London derby quite recently, but I don't think anything happened. So yeah, it seems a bit of a not a bit of a nothing one.
Let games flow. Yeah, he likes to let games flow, sort of referee. Darren England, VAR. So that's where his forte is sort of becoming now. Is in the VAR, rather than being an actual match day on the field match day official. He tends to either be
this is a good one for you. He was the VAR and the Luis Diaz Liverpool situation. There you go.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know him other than that though. That's the only time I've heard of him.
Yeah. So hopefully it'll be a ref that will allow the game to flow and sort of move forward with that. So yeah, the season so far, only 1 game. We did lose 1-0. With our XG sitting at 0.57. Haven't scored in the Premier League yet, but I have a decent gut feeling that will change come Saturday evening. Newcastle, 1 draw from 1 game, 2 goals in their match. Decent XG for that as well, 1.58 for them. So yeah, so that really sort of sums it up, really, of what we can expect on match day. I know you pressed on time, Billy, so I won't keep you any longer than you need to. But just your final thoughts. I'd love to get what your prediction is.
I was going to say, should we do a little prediction each? And in the chat as well, let us know in the chat. Dermo as well, give us a prediction. I think I reckon 2-0 Tottenham for this one. 2-0.
You're going 2-0 Tottenham?
I'm going 2-0 Tottenham. Marmouche goal on his debut and a Savio goal on his debut as well.
So a double debut goal from Billy and a 2-0 win.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I'm feeling a little bit more optimistic. I'm going to go for. I'm going to go 3-1. I think we'll score 3.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to agree with you. I think a Mamouche debut goal. I think a Savio assist with potentially a goal coming from. If he starts Solanke, I'm going to go a brace from Solanke.
Nice.
A first half, second half brace from Solanke with Mamouche somewhere in the middle. Savio assist for maybe one of Solanke's goals. And maybe a Mamouche assist for Solanke's other. Evening, Mary. Thank you very much for joining us. I do apologise. We're pretty much wrapping up. Would love to hear your guys' predictions. Mohammed does say we're going to crush them 5-0.
About time, isn't it? They've done it to us a few times over the years, so about time.
Yeah. Marco says Darren England is a regular in the VAR now. Yeah, I agree. Mohammed wants to see Mamouche start as the striker. So would you think Mamouche is striker and Tell out on the left then, Mohammed? I'm guessing. Is that how you would set us up? Mary thinks 2-1 Spurs. I'd get behind it. I'd get behind a 2-1 Spurs. I'd take a 2-1 win. I'd take any kind of win.
Any win
Really.
at this point, would you? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I just
Especially
think
at
get
home,
some more
because home form was so bad
Yeah.
last season, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I just think Solanke not convincing. Do you think that maybe it's just been confidence with Solanke?
Yeah, because he looked a
think
bit better.
maybe
I know
before-
it's Charlton, isn't it? But he's been injured so long, hasn't he? That I think
Yeah.
I think he just needs a bit of confidence. And when he's playing with better players, Solanke, I think we'll see a different side to him. We've got players like
Yeah.
Marmoush and Savino with him. I think you'll see a different Solanke.
Yeah, because he's not. I think he'll be. I think with someone like Solanke, he's very good at holding the ball up and bringing other players into it. So if you've got maybe a
Yeah.
Solanke and Mamouche and Savio on the overlaps, having that kind of quality around him, like I say, I think it will bring out the best of him and have him being able to sit further forward because he knows he's got two attacking minded wingers or attacking midfielders. However, De Zerbi sets us up. He will hopefully be able to stay forward more rather than coming deep and having to hold up the play. Mohammed says he hopes we're right. Marco says Solanke better get a nice comfortable cushion for his bench seat. And Marco says 3-1 Spurs.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you jump, Billy, because I know, like I say, I know you've got to go. It's been a pleasure, my friend.
Let's pray for that first win.
Yeah, hopefully so. We'll get that first win. And hopefully we'll catch you in post-game or pre-game on Saturday.
Brilliant, mate. See you, my friend. Thank you very much for that.
Thanks very much, Billy. Take care. So that's Billy, guys. He had to chip out a little bit early. I'm going to stick around for maybe another 5 or 10 minutes. Touch on a little bit of transfer news that we've got. Like you say, me and Billy did touch on it. And Dye, we are interested. We have opened talks with Everton to sort of sound out whether or not he would be interested in a move to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium and joining the De Zerbi revolution, as I'm coming to call it, because after this window, that is purely what it's going to be. It is the revolution of Tottenham Hotspurs. We have mentioned that Galatasaray have again sort of quoted us for 135 million about for Victor Osimhen. I don't think he's going to play a number 10, Mohammed, to be honest. I think he's probably going to play a 4-3-3. If he does play a number 10, I could probably see Bergvall will play up there and he'll have or Conor Gallagher and he'll play Fernandez and Tonali sitting deeper. That's how I can see it happening. But he seems to be favouring the 4-3-3 at the moment. And if that is the case, then it'll be kudos off the bench to go the winner, Marco. I like it. I do like that one. So it depends on how he's going to set us up. I would like us to see his return to the 4-2-3-1, but I think he'll stick with the 4-3-3 until he gets Madders and Simmons back, and then we'll start seeing him play with the 4-2-3-1. Personally, that's my opinion. And when we do get those players back, it'll give us the ability to change the formation to match the game that we're playing. But I can see us playing the 4-3-3 again. Hopefully, it'll be a bit more convincing than when we played against Brentford. So yeah, that's really it for me. Obviously, we're wishing Dermo a speedy recovery, and he will be back tomorrow, guys, to do your watch along. I will be joining him. I will be joining him for the pre-game build-up. I will be joining him half-time. I will join him for after the whistle and the post-match. Give you my analysis and what I think the game has in store for us a little bit more. And I'm pretty sure Dermo will give you his score prediction tomorrow. He must have dropped out of the chat tonight. So Mohammed says play with 3 centre mids or 2 pivots or 2 centre mids and a 6. Yeah, I can see that. I just think he's got an idea of what he wants from our midfield. And I think he's given the minutes at the moment to Bergvall to try and appease him until the transfer window closes. That's my opinion on why Bergvall's starting so much. But I think Tonali and Fernandez will certainly become the centre midfield partnership with Madders. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry, with a Madders or a Simmons. So thank you very much for joining me, guys. Like I say, normal service will resume with Dermo tomorrow as we bring you our match day shows. So thanks very much. Have a good night. Don't forget, Tuesday is deadline day. Me and Dermo are going to be bringing you all the taking you through the day. As soon as I get home from work, I'll be jumping on and we will be taking you right through up until deadline, up until 11 o'clock. Yeah, I agree, Marco. Why would he go to City and warm the bench? I think a lot of players are starting to see that now. Like with the likes of Mamouche. Yes, he could be at City and pick up game time off the bench. Same with Savio. Yes, he could have sat at City and come from the bench. But as a football player, you want to be playing. You want to be sort of playing those games and making a name for yourself. And where better to come right now than to come to Tottenham, where you're seeing the project that's starting to be built. You're seeing the potential of the players who we're signing. You're seeing what we're doing in the transfer window and saying, you know what, I want a piece of that pie. So I quite fancy Ndai to come to Spurs. I think it might happen, given that Liverpool's stance on Gakpo is that he's not for sale. So again, guys, thank you. Have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow. Good night. God bless. From me, Big James, from Dermo in the back, from Billy. We'll see you tomorrow, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you, and good.